Hello everybody, today we find ourselves number 2 in the AFC behind those Miami Dolphins. The Chargers, Ravens, Broncos, Bills, and Bengals are starting to nip at our heels. The Green Bay Packers are still top of the NFC with a record of 10-2, and their star linebacker Niall Diggs is their NFL Defensive Player of the Week. Here goes the guys from the AFC. Great week all around for those guys. We have to get back on our winning ways. We have lost 2 out of our last 3 games. We are 9-3. The Colts and the Titans are nipping at our heels. It's good to see the Colts winning. They have not been to the playoffs this whole franchise. So that sucks for them, but it's cool with us. Rich Paris to the 10 to the 20. Look at all that speed. Look at those blocking, and look at the lane, and look at everything that's come into play on the greatest kick return to open up a football game. Okay, maybe not, but it was pretty darn good. So we are up 7-0. We're going to dominate, right? Well, let's give the Buccaneers a chance on offense. So our backup quarterback, or our former backup quarterback, is their starting quarterback, but he's also their backup quarterback, and he's going to throw a pick. Big Dave throws it to AC Cash, and that's going to be a pick 6. If he ain't the defensive MVP, I don't know what's wrong, but some clearly would be wrong. So Wyatt from inside of zone 5 up to the 20, up past the 25, and chop down right there. First down and 10 to get the ball to Michael Pittman, and Michael Pittman going to work his way upfield for a gain of 3. Second down and 7, they're going to go to the air, and that pass will be caught by Wyatt. He is much more than just a return man. Pittman up the gut, going to get chopped down by Kwame Johnson, but that's a nice gain. And then on the very next play, he's going to pick up the first down. So Tampa is showing that they can run the football just a little bit. Draw play, and that's another nice run. Second down and 7, they go up the gut, and another nice run. I'm trying to control Lloyd Stallings because his sack numbers are pitiful. I almost got to him there. I believe that was a design QB keeper. Take that out the playbook, please. Because again, Big Dave, he is not known for his scrambling ability. And we force him to a field goal try that is not going to get to the destination. So we're on offense for the first time today, and we are spotted 14 points. Going to run this thing out that gut. Look at Larry Johnson. Giving people the absolute business. We bring in Nelson. Derek Brooks is there to lay him down. Carr going to throw this one to Andre Johnson. Our first pass is a completion as we work our way down that right sideline. Now it's first down, looking downfield. Carr going to drop this one off to Anquan Bolden, who did not have a catch last week versus the Tennessee Titans. That can never, ever happen again. We give it to LJ down to the 1-yard line. Second down and goal. Give it to 23 again. And he gets it to the end zone. Touchdown, Larry Johnson. And we're up 21-0. If you do not score, you have to give up the sticks. Is that still a thing? I know everything today is online. So we even play with people at their own house. I don't know. Up the gut, that's going to be a loss of 3. They're going to look downfield. That pass will be caught. Walker with the catch, but shy of the first down. So 3rd and 5, they throw it backwards, caught by Andrews. Andrews has no business in the ball game. None at all. Get off the field. So Andrews, he is 54 overall. He is their 2nd string running back, who's also like their 3rd down back, believe it or not. Yes, 54 overall. So we're going to run this thing, or pass this thing off after we ran the ball for a yard. We throw it for a bunch of yards, throwing the ball to Andre Johnson is a good look. We throw it to Larry Johnson right there. And that's going to be 2nd down and 10. We get the ball to Nelson, and Nelson goes nowhere fast. We have come to expect that. 3rd down and 11, and we get sacked, so we have to settle for a field goal. The kick is up, and the kick will be good. So Houston, we are up 24-0. Do the Buccaneers have a comeback? If you give the ball to Mike Allstott all day, you might have a comeback on your hands. He is feeling it. He is really, really good at football. Michael Pittman up the gut. He's decent at football as well. Better than decent. He made it to the league. I was a high school wannabe. Anyways, that is going to result in a first down because we grabbed him by the face mask. Would have been 3rd down and 5 instead of 1st and 10. That pass falls incomplete. That pass broken up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. Looking downfield. And that pass will also fall incomplete. So they pin us inside the 2. So from our own 1-yard line, we're going to run this one, gain of 1. Going to roll right, throw it right, dropped by Larry Johnson. So 3rd down and 9, David Carr shake it off, find Berlin, Eddie Berlin, and he's going to make the play that has a first down, waiting first, but he fumbles the football, but we're there for the recovery. So the drive shall continue, and Larry Johnson continues to just give people the absolute work. Going to go up that gut. Decent game there. Some 3rd down and 2. Everybody is jammed. I was looking for Anquan Bolden initially. Going to throw it this way. Nearly intercepted, but we give the ball back to the Bucs via the punt. So again, they go to the air. That pass will not be completed. You have no business testing Rich Perry. Under some pressure, we get Lloyd Stallings a sack. Ted Williams got the initial pressure, forced the quarterback to Stallings, and he gets a sack. And hopefully the sack numbers will increase for our DN on that side. Looking for Smith, who makes the catch. That's a 1st down. Could we score before the half is up? That pass also caught by young Steve Smith. Works his way across midfield. We're going to run this thing with Larry Johnson. Grandmama going to get brought down in the backfield. 2nd down and 12. Looking for Andres to go down on his knees, but he gets up quickly. And he's going to have a 1st down. Andre Johnson, you are ridiculous. Now Carr looking downfield for Anquan Bolden, and that misses the mark badly. 2nd down and 10. Looking over the middle. That pass in and out of the hands of Andre Johnson. Now it's 3rd down and 10. Carr throws it. That pass will be shy of the 1st down marker, but it's still caught by Anquan, making the field goal for Joe Nenny just that much more easier as we head to the 2nd half of play. So it is 27-0. We have a 27-point lead. All we have to do is not give up too many big plays. Matter of fact, just keep doing what we've been doing. Even though they run the ball, and that's going to result in a 1st down. They're going to go to the air. That pass caught by Glover. This is not what we were doing in the 1st half, so let's, please, please, please stop it now. They're going to run the ball with Pittman. Pittman going to get chopped down. How you like them apples? 2nd down and 11. Going to go to the air. That pass caught by Wyatt. He breaks a tackle and has a 1st down in his back pocket now. They throw it to the flat. Caught by Pittman. Breaks a tackle. Turns upfield. Brought down by Earl Cherry. 2nd down and 9. They run the ball with Pittman. He gets shut down yet again. So 3rd down and 7. They give the ball to Andrews. 54 overall, and he gets a 1st down. He just utilized that spin move. Somebody told me I had to use spin move a little bit more. Maybe I do, because if it works for him, maybe it'll work for me. Pittman breaks a tackle, and Pittman's in the end zone. Touchdown. And the Bucs are on the scoreboard. Rich Perry's like, I want another touchdown, sir. Crosses the 20, crosses the 25, works his way up to the 40-yard line, 35-yard line. Let me not get ahead of myself. We passed the 40. We're up to the 49 with that throw. And now we're looking to throw it again. Caught by Steve Smith. Putting the pressure on this defense. We could just run the ball, but let's throw it just a little bit. Now we will go to the ground game, and we get shut down in the backfield. 2nd down and 12. After the 2-yard loss, we throw it up the middle. Caught by Steve Smith. Brought down by big Derek Brooks. Looking for Andre. He makes the catch. Andre inside the 10. He gets dropped at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Carr rolling right. Trying to buy as much time as he can. Throws it towards the end zone. That pass will be beaten into the ground. 2nd down and goal. Larry Johnson is in the end zone. Touchdown, LJ. And it's 34-7. This is exactly what I want to see. That pass will fall incomplete. This pass will fall incomplete. 3rd down and 10. This pass will be caught, and that will be a 1st down. So the drive shall continue for them. They're going to run the ball with Pittman. Pittman going to get loose. He gets hit by the ref. It slows him down for us to catch him, and then he fumbles. That sucks. I feel for you, Michael Pittman. I feel for you. We're going to run this thing with Larry Johnson. He's going to get brought down before he can really get going. Loss of 1. We get the ball to Nelson up the gut. He's going to break a tackle before he gets broken down and all kinds of down. And we're going to roll left, and that's what we want to do. We throw picks. Yeah. Nobody was open. Got to throw that thing away. Got to make better decisions out there on the field of play. Pittman going to get shut down, and that's going to take us to the 4th quarter. We are up by 27 still. So 34-7 is now the score. They got to throw this. They got to throw it away back into the ball game. I would challenge that play, but it will be upheld. So we lose a timeout, which doesn't matter. We're up by 27 in the 4th quarter. They're gonna go to the air again. That pass broken up by Rich Perry, best cornerback on that side of the football. And I mean on that side of the field, because AC Cash is the best in the league. You know what I'm saying? That pass will fall incomplete. So 4th and 11 now. 4th and 11. They throw it. It's caught by Wyatt there inside the 5. Prime position to score. They go with a QB sneak. Not going to happen. 2nd down to goal. Toss play. Pittman gets away from Rich Perry. Won't get away from Anthony Hamilton. So they go with a toss play the other way. AC Cash, how do you do? Now they're going to go to the end zone. Kwame Johnson says, no, 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 no. So we take over inside the 5. 6:25 on the clock. We milk the clock from here. That would be a good look. We run the ball, brought down by John Lynch, still out there hitting people. Gonna run the ball again. We get shut down. I believe that was Rondé Barber with the stop. Now it's 3rd down and 5, dropping back towards the end zone. We throw it to Anquan. Bowden crosses the 20, gets brought down at the 25-yard line, and back to the ground game we go. We're going to try to turn the corner, and we do. Warren Sapp is there for the tackle, but after we pick up a 1st down. We get the ball to Nelson. His turn to pick up a 1st down. Try to juke John Lynch, did not work, but we do have a 1st down in our back pocket. We go to the left side, and we get shut down there. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Carr going to roll right, and that pass will fall incomplete. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Carr rolling right, looking for Lloyd, who has it, but then the football is knocked out of his hands, so the Buccaneers shall take over. Pittman in the flat makes the catch, brought down by Paris and Langford. And now it's 2nd down and around 4. They throw it, nearly intercepted, but we couldn't quite rely on our hands on that play, and that's such a shame. Now we take over with a chance to finally end this ball game. 2 minutes on the clock. We run the ball. They're not going to call a timeout. That's fine. Usually, if you do not make it on 3rd down, they will call a timeout. So that's why I'm gonna pass it, because I want this game to be over. We throw it to Andre. That's our 1st down. Please don't get hurt. He is A-okay, and we are back on our winning ways. 34-7 is the final. David Carr, 221 yards passing, 1 interception, completed 65% of his passes. LJ, 2 touchdowns on the ground, just ran for 40 yards on 15 attempts. Andre Johnson led our receivers with 6 catches for 115 of them things. Mike Manning led the way with pancake blocks for the Houston Texans. Phillip Brown with the most tackles. Tackles for loss also goes to him. Hamilton, Stallings, Foreman, AC Cash, and Ted Will. And then Stallings had the lone sack. That's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope the rest of the day is the best of the day. Peace, love. Hot sauce.